Would you like to live in a better neighborhood? Well, I'll give you the secret sauce and a bit of a challenge. You see, sometimes we don't have to move to get to a better neighborhood. Sometimes it's up to us. It takes some effort, but I think it's well worth it. Let me start by sharing a story about a community that is, I think, at the top of the list for neighboring. The city's Gander, and it's a Canadian city in Newfoundland. And the history of Gander began and became important when transatlantic aircraft travel needed a place to refuel. So this place, which is far northeast of Maine, had a long airstrip and was a great place to stop and refuel on your way either to or from Europe. And then as the technology grew and the range of airplanes increased, it became fairly unimportant. The economy suffered, but the people of Gander stayed because they liked their area. And then the story got really interesting on 9/11, because after the terrorist attacks, all the US airspace was closed down to passenger travel. So all the planes that were above the Atlantic Ocean had to find a safe place to land, and the air traffic controllers could send some to Europe, but some of them needed to come back this way. And Gander, with its long airstrip and its location, became a real point of choice. And as a result, this town of 10,000 people took on 6,600 passengers and crew members from a number of aircraft that were forced to land there. And what they did was remarkable. They ended a bus strike to transport the people. They gave them food, they gave them shelter and friendship, and accommodated the needs for these strangers that were really unexpectedly landing on their doorstep. This is chronicled in a book called The Day the World Came to Town. It's an interesting read, and I think if you read it, you'll have a little more faith in humanity. So I recommend it. Then coming closer to home, Toledo was recently rated at one of the top 25 cities for neighboring in an HGTV survey. So I would agree. I think that we're one of the better places in the states for friendliness and neighboring, but I also think we can do better. And so here's a question for you. Could you name the people that live in the 8 nearest homes to yours? You see, most people can't, and it's a shame. I'm guilty myself. I can't keep track of all the people and so forth. But when we do, we can establish a little relationships, friendships, maybe even break bread together. And when we're on vacation, we can look out for each other's properties. If there's a problem, a crisis, we can help. A need, an illness, we could be there if we know them and if we know a little bit about what's going on in their lives. And this is priceless, and I think it's important, and it really makes for a great neighborhood. So I'm basing this on a book, another book called The Art of Neighboring, and inspired by the book, I'm offering this refrigerator magnet. And this little magnet is something you can write the names of 8 of your closer neighbors so you can remember them, keep it handy, and then hopefully grow a little bit from that. So this is just a start, but I want to be a catalyst for good neighboring. And I hope you find this helpful. Now, if I haven't finally convinced you, let me just ask one more question. And that is, would you rather get to know your neighbors now? Or would you rather wait until your teenager backs over their mailbox? Just asking. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope that you're a good neighbor and getting better. And I would like to see your comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope we talk soon. Take care.